So welcome to my second sketchbook tour, and I am very excited that I managed to finish another sketchbook. Lately it's been so hot. It is really hot, which begs the question of why I'm wearing this dress, but it's actually pretty fresh, so I'm not dying because of the weather with it, and it usually tends to cool down in the afternoon a bit, and it's kind of raining, so I think that this is like the perfect dress to wear. I mean, it's hot, but it's not that hot, but it's kind of hot. And I just showered, so my hair is a little bit messy. Please don't pay attention to it. And of course, I have no makeup. I have to feed my dogs. So I guess, so I guess this is the intro of the video, me feeding my dogs. No, that's not true. I'm gonna feed my dogs, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna record the sketchbook tour and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know how the weather's been here where I live, and just welcome you to another sketchbook tour. I think I'm going to buy another sketchbook because the one that I'm using, let me go for it. I don't know why I don't have it here. So this is the one that I have. It is made by Sir Canloop. I don't know how to pronounce this, I'm sorry. But yeah, they just do a bunch of like notebooks and sketchbooks. And this one I really liked it because it has only 80 pages. So it's not usually when I buy sketchbooks, they are like 100 pages or way more. And so obviously it takes me a lot longer because I see the endless amount of white sheets that I have to fill, and it just makes it a little bit harder for me to start drawing. And I feel that this one is easier just to draw in because of how many pages it has. The only downside to it is that the pages this is not technically a sketchbook, or at least not one to use like mixed media and stuff like that, because ink tends to show on the other side of the page, which is why I left some pages in white, because I kind of didn't want to ruin the drawing that was on the other page. But I still prefer this one over any other expensive sketchbook. I don't know what that happens. I don't know, it's just easier. There's a lot less pressure. There's a lot of less pressure. There's less pressure to fill it up with like pretty drawings and all of that. And I don't know, I feel like I generally allow myself to make more mistakes and have more fun with, just random sketchbooks, as opposed to when I buy one that's a little bit more expensive and meant to be specifically for drawing. So I hope that you have a fun sketchbook tour, and I will go and feed my dogs. So this is the sketchbook I finished just a couple days ago. As you can see, I sort of stained it. My advice, don't eat or drink while you draw. This sketchbook has 80 pages, I believe, and I originally bought it to sketch all my random ideas. Here are some Mexican candy stickers by my awesome friend Cerealito Mágico, and some stickers by me, which are available on my shop. And one from a really delicious churro shop here where I live. So let's begin. This sketchbook is mostly for me to draw different ideas and experiment a bit. It is also filled with side notes that I like making while I draw. They're very important, but I still like making them. And these are some sketches I made for my ceramics class. We had to create our own pieces, and I had so many ideas and so little time. I did manage to make this ring holder witches, and here's the proof, but I was still left with a desire for making many more. I did draw a bunch of sketches for different items. I did make some plates as well in the end, but I did run out of time to illustrate them as I wanted to. I do plan on getting back into ceramics soon so I can make my designs come true someday. I think I'm particularly interested in doing teapots, like really beautiful, chunky, colorful teapots. But I think I will probably start with something a lot easier and approachable. And here is a mushroom spread for you. I just felt like drawing them one day, so I just did. These two are definitely my favorites from the whole spread. And here is an attempt at drawing a male character, because I usually draw female characters, as you can see in this page. By the way, feel free to pause the video if you want to read the notes. Here's two sketches that ended up becoming stickers. And some terrible sketches and thumbnails for a mini comic I did back at the beginning of the year. And also to address some of the blank pages I still have left. I sometimes leave them like that to visually break or separate whichever idea I was working on before. But also I sometimes leave them like that just because I intend to come back to that idea, and then I never do. And later on, because I start using pen and it sometimes bleeds through to the other side. I wanted to get better at drawing with pen because I think it helps a lot to loosen up the wrist and to build up confidence in your lines whenever you draw. And this is the first page I did with pen. It is also the first page where I drew this robot arm girl. I was trying to get her hair right. I wrote she kind of reminded me of Tifa from Final Fantasy VII because of the ink I used in this drawing. And I feel very proud about this character design. I continued to use her as a practice to draw with pen so I would get more comfortable. But soon enough, I started drawing more things. Some didn't come out as I wanted them to, but making mistakes is also something I got used to more while drawing with ink and pen. Whenever I do make really bad mistakes, I cover them with a tape or a piece of paper and try to draw on top. Sometimes it's just very necessary. And here's a page filled with tigers. I was trying to make them a little bit more cartoony, so I tried several attempts. I mean, not much to say, just some tigers, some good, some messy. I still like sketching with red pencil whenever I don't feel like using pen, because I feel I have to be mentally prepared to make mistakes with pen. Here you can actually see the goose that ended up becoming a sticker, and I'm also thinking about these other tigers for future tiger mail. But yeah, here's the goose. This is by far my favorite page in the entire sketchbook. I rarely use colored pencils. I don't think I'm good with traditional media, but making this spread helped me fall in love with it just a bit more. I think it worked because I did it with colors I felt comfortable with and because I drew things I was familiar with as well. And I really hope I can make these teapots and vases someday. Here's another colored page, but with yellows and oranges. I like some of the drawings and I also hate some of them. These swords were a lot of fun to draw. This is definitely one of my favorites, even though I made a mistake with the direction of these little arrows. I also have this one. It looks very chunky and cartoony. And this one is my go-to dagger / sword design. I think the ones that are at the end are a little wonky, but I tried my best. And these are also some thank you sticker designs I made for the shop. I tried several sketches and ended up going up with this one in the end, but I also have other favorites like these two who were also close contenders. Here's a secret teapot. I covered it because I didn't love how the color looked, but I still liked the attempt to it, so you can still see her. But the other one I covered completely, should never be looked at. And the final page is not very special, just some random sketches for a character I had in mind. And that would be it. Here you can see some more stickers and an empty sugar bag I kept because I like the color and the texture. I'm really excited to get started on my new sketchbook. I will probably get another one of these and continue experimenting and just doodling. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tour. If you would like to see more in the future, feel welcome to subscribe, and thank you as always for giving me a little time of your day.